This is TWiT.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Galaxy S6 and Galaxy S6 Edge.
Hold for applause.
Wave it around. Drive the camera around crazy. Okay.
These are the most advanced powerful smartphones in the world.
They're not called snot phones. That's just, he's first language is engineering, my friends.
No other phone can match.
So we're looking at the 6 Edge and the 6 as two different products? Is that what we saw on that left screen?
Apparently so, yeah. Yep.
Engineering term.
That's smart. I don't know. It's an interesting idea having this edge curved screen.
Yeah.
But with all Samsung innovation, quote unquote, it comes down to support, and they're not going to get it across all Android devices.
It's the processor.
Yeah, the motto was relentless innovation, not relentless support.
Under any conditions.
There's the Exynos processor. Samsung is going to use the Exynos again in its international versions. They did not say what they'll use in the U.S. In the past, they've used Qualcomm chips. They were apparently, the OEM was having overheating problems with
data protection available.
The 810, so we'll see.
Also, Samsung Pay will push the boundaries.
Samsung Pay, this is, of course, their response to Apple. They bought
convenience
Loop Pay
for both merchant and consumers.
And that picture there showed Loop Pay in action, which works with standard swipe machines by sending a magnetic field out to the swipe machine.
Such as MasterCard and Visa. Many more banks and financial institutions are joining forces to provide customers with the great flexibility.
Of course, Google Wallet with an NFC chip in most Android phones works perfectly well. But Samsung's looking to expand it to swipe machines, which are still prevalent in the US.
We know the full value of our devices. Depends on connection speed, so we are relentless in pursuing the best LTE technology.
5.1-inch QHD Super AMOLED display, 3 gigs RAM.
This is great news when your
3 storage choices, 32, 64, or 128 gigs of internal storage. 16 megapixel camera with OIS.
Beautifully designed.
Improved fingerprint sensor that no longer requires a swipe.
Samsung would believe in
much more like Apple's Touch ID.
Design that does something.
Infrared heart rate monitor.
S6 and S6
it is also used to help obtain white balance for the camera.
It's built right in.
Qi and PMA wireless charging, so both standards will be supported.
In the dark. You will see what I mean. That's a design with a purpose. That's the future. Let me close by saying this. I'm very proud of this company and the team behind it. I believe that Samsung has an important role to play in advancing technology in our daily lives.
So sad to say that removable batteries, micro SD card slots, and waterproofing are not a part of these new S6
And if we get there first, others will follow.
And frankly, that was another differentiator that I really liked.
That's how we transform society for the
S5
better.
and the Note 4.
Which one, waterproof?
No, yeah, waterproofing not a big deal for me, but the SD card slot and the fact that you could buy a second battery and pry off the back. But of course, that's going to impact the design. It's one of the reasons Samsung had crappy plastic backs, because you could pry them off and get to the battery and the SD card slot.
I'm surprised that weather resistance hasn't become more of a popular feature. I would think that people would be all over a phone that maybe you can't submerge it in the toilet. Well, who would want it back after that? But you don't have to worry about getting caught in the rain. You don't have to worry about like sweating with it in your pocket.
Right.
The people don't seem. It's nice to have it. People don't seem to be clamoring for it.
Yeah, that was like the big marketing feature of the last phone.
It's interesting, isn't it, that they're not doing
commercials and everything. Yeah.
That explains the 128 gig storage model. Without an SD card, you might want to buy more storage.